Here we go then for the first race in the Parker Racing Pit Bike Spares SM140 class. Ben Bailey starts this race from pole position. He's been in dominant form so far today. The fastest in the warm-up as well. Alongside him on the front row is Matthew Bolsover. Row 2 is Richard Holmes Williams and Alan Carter. Row 3 is Ben Lord and Luke Westerman. Row 4, Ben Cotgrove and Liam Sanderson. Row 5 will be Mark Evans and Chris Grieve. Row 6 is going to be Billy Pearson and Jamie Callan. Row 7, Ava Carter. Look out for her coming through the field. Starting alongside her on that 7th row is going to be Danny Underwood. Row 8 is going to be Alex Latham and Leighton Santos. That's your top 16. Then row 9 is an unnamed owner of Transponder in 17th place, and Ben Klukas, who had a fall in one of the earlier classes. He starts this race from 18th. Michael Ford and Phil Dickens wraps out the top 20. Row 11 is going to be formed of Connor Winters and Joe Milnes. Row 12 will be an unknown rider, and Chris Edwards. Row 13, Keir Armstrong and Jason Mountley. Row 14, Lee Sanderson and Mick Lord. Row 15 is going to be Tom Salmon and Ben Squire. Row 16 is going to be Howard Taylor and John Buckle, who had a good race earlier in one of our other senior classes. Row 17 will be Ed Peed and Joshua Bednarek, who we saw have a good race earlier. And then row 18 is going to be Marshall Richardson and Ben Pearson. Row 19 is Matt Cox and Illiam Quayle. Row 20, Alex Thurston and Ben Fenlon. And then it's Shane Mountney, Jack Williamson, Cameron Brown, Daniel Dickinson, Robert Holmes, Owen Connell, Jack Sales, Wayne Chaplin and Daniel Pearson. 49 entrants into this class, Jacob. Another fantastically supported field.
Yes, indeed. A big grid for this one. I'm very much looking forward to another action-packed race. Lining up there is Ben Bailey in the pink helmet on the 28 bike. Alongside him, Matthew Bolsover. Expect to see those two battling out at the front. Two very closely matched drivers in qualifying. Only 3/10 separated their fastest times, but Ben Bailey was the one who clocked a 1 minute 23.0 to take pole position.
So just waiting for this grid to be formed up then. Marshall to the front of the grid now with the green flag. I think we've got a couple of riders who've had issues qualifying and aren't quite able to partake in this race, which is a shame, but still plenty of the season to go. I'm sure we'll see those riders back out in this one. Or later in the season, I should say. Do keep your comments coming in on the Facebook stream. Keep sharing as well. Get the message out there on this Easter Sunday that we've got live British mini bikes action for you here, free from Alpha Live on Facebook and on YouTube, and yeah, all of it for your viewing pleasure on this Easter Sunday.
What more can you want on your Easter Sunday, Andrew?
Exactly that. Put the chocolate egg down and enjoy the racing.
Turn songs of praise on. That's on every Sunday. British mini bikes is here.
Waiting for the start of this race then. You can see Alan down there instructing everyone on the grid. Got to give it to him. I wouldn't want to sort out 40 odd riders ready to get on with the race.
No, he's certainly got more of a job this race than he did in the last. He seems to be getting through them in a swift fashion. Quick wave there from our driver, who's around about 7th place.
That's another pound.
That is, yes. Quick wave from a rider in what is 1, 2, 3.
Oh, looks like one of our riders towards the front of the order is
That's Matthew Bolsover, isn't it?
potentially got an issue with their machine. Just trying to get it running again.
Yes, doesn't look to be a race-ending issue. Quick swap of positions there. Not quite sure how that happened. More waving from our man in, I believe it's 7th place, which would mean that's Ben Cockgrove. I'm going to try and figure out. Yeah, I believe that's
No, it's Mark Evans in the 161. But mentioning Ben,
9th place.
we've had a comment from Wayne, who asks, where has number 52 qualified, please? Ben Cotgrove has done a really good job. He's up there on row 4, 7th on the grid for this first race in Stock 140. We're nearly there. We're nearly there at the back of the field, sorting the riders out. And I think we are now good to go, almost, for the start of this race. Plenty of support coming in. Ben Squire, I can see having some support, who I think is making his debut at this level. So best of luck to Ben.
Let's keep those comments coming in on Facebook. We will share the best ones on the stream. I'm sure the riders appreciate the support. Green flag is raised and we are racing here at Teesside. Good start from the front of the grid. Most, if not all, drivers have got away well. No stallers in this one. So let's see who takes the lead into the uphill section. Ben Bailey and Matthew Bolsover got away well, and it is indeed Ben Bailey who maintains that lead and leads the pack up the hill.
He's being challenged there by Bolsover as they come over the top of the hill, down this long run then to the S's, and going for the lead there is Bolsover. That's a bold move. Did he make it stick down into the... Yes, I think he did. I think he did. No, I don't think it is Bolsover. It might be Alan Carter again. I think it is Alan Carter who's come to the front of the field on the 99 bike. Oh, someone's got a problem there. Looks like it's the number 7.
That's Ava Carter, Andrew.
Yep, you're right.
Meanwhile,
Not a good
their
start to
brother
the
Alan
race.
is out in front, but still under pressure from our pole man, Ben Bailey. Not giving up on that lead. Out of fight.
No, Ben's been very quick. He was quickest in warm-up and in qualifying this morning, but here they become... Oh, it's actually Ben Lord. Apologies. Ben Lord has come up to the front of the field. Ben Bailey in second. Luke Westerman there in third. Matthew Bolsover fourth. Richard Holmes-Williams in fifth and Michael Ford in sixth. So Ben Lord is your leader after one lap.
Westerman up to third. He ran well earlier. Seems to be going well in this race as well.
Richard Holmes-Williams challenging Matthew Bolsover there for fourth place, side by side, going into the S's. And look at this, challenging once again is Ben Bailey, trying to get the lead back off Ben Lord there on the 48 bike.
They are neck and neck going through the first 2 hairpins. Going through the chicane into the carousel. Let's see what the gap looks like. It's about 2 bike lengths. Ben Bailey still eyeing up any way he can get back into the lead. He's got a good run out of the carousel, but it's only a short run then to the 3rd hairpin. Straight then into the 4th one, which has dried up a bit since we claimed a few victims earlier. Ben Bailey getting a good run, but Ben Lord, he's going to be our leader at the end of lap 2.
End of lap 2 then, it's Battle of the Bends, Lord versus Bailey. The moment Bailey looks like he's got a little bit more pace, but he's not able to find a way past Ben Lord. Don't count out Luke Westerman as well. He's starting to break away from Richard Holmes-Williams in 4th place. Could Luke Westerman join this pair at the front of Stock 140 through reverse corkscrew? Oh, that's a shame. That is Ava Carter recovering to the pit lane.
As through come our leaders. Here's the Benz, followed by Luke.
Still Lord ahead of Bailey. Can Bailey make the move down into hairpin 1? It's easier said than done an overtake into hairpin 1, because you've pretty much got to be alongside your opponent as you're coming out of the S's.
Westerman right in the battle now. It's a 3-horse race at the minute. Ben Lord, Ben Bailey, Luke Westerman. Any of these 3 could come out on top.
Bailey has a little look to the inside. Isn't able to make the move there, but this is good for Luke Westerman, because he's closed right up onto the back of Ben Bailey now as they come round the final couple of corners at the end of lap 3. This is a fantastic start to this race here in Stock 140. Ben Lord leads, Ben Bailey second, Luke Westerman third, as one of the back markers gets lapped there. Richard Holmes-Williams still running well in 4th place. He's pulled away from Matthew Bolsover in 5th, but the fastest lap of the race has just been put in by Luke Westerman in 3rd place at 1:19.3. He's half a second quicker than Ben Lord and Ben Bailey. And Bailey looks to the inside again through the S's. They're side by side as they go towards the S's. And yes, there's going to be a change to the lead. Ben Bailey, oh, he has a little wiggle there as he recovers. That was a bit of a moment for Bailey, but he takes the lead here at Teesside in Stock 140.
Yes, Bailey seems to have the pace coming down that back straight as Westerman now shapes up Lord. He's dropped back a little bit through the chicane. It looks to be Bailey, then Lord, then Westerman as we come through the carousel into hairpins 3 and 4.
Oh.
Westerman looks to the inside and makes the move stick. Ben Lord has lost 1st place and he's lost 2nd place as well in quick succession, but he's not out of the reckoning just yet.
Yeah, I think Ben Lord got a little bit out of shape just on the exit of the long banked right-hander there, and that gave Luke Westerman all the opportunity he needed to snatch 2nd place. But what can he do now about Ben Bailey in the lead? Luke Westerman looks really up for this. Oh, he has a little look. Oh my goodness me, Ben Lord has just stuck it up the inside. That was a fantastic move. Now, did he? Yes, he did hold on to it. Well, Ben Lord fights back, then retakes 2nd place away from Luke Westerman. I don't think Luke was expecting that. Onto the back straight then, heading towards the S's. And round the outside, yes, Ben Lord goes round the outside of Ben Bailey into the S's. Ben Lord back to the lead.
Yes, fantastic. He's regained the lead as quickly as he lost it. All the way down to 3rd place and all the way back up again in the space of 1 lap. Incredible riding.
Fantastic stuff here at British Mini Bikes round 1 at Teesside Autodrome. Senior Stock 140 is still Ben Lord leading from Ben Bailey. Luke Westerman still there in 3rd place. Bailey trying to get this lead back, which he had a lap earlier.
Halfway through the race, Andrew, we've completed 5 laps, we've got 5 to go, and it really is anyone's guess as to which of these top 3 will come out on top. Ben Lord led for first 3, sorry. Ben Bailey in charge for the last one, but now this time round Ben Lord is back in front and Luke Westerman is waiting to pounce on them both.
Just looking a little further back through the field, just trying to work out which battle this is that we are looking at. 84 and the 7th, it's Ben Clucas again. It's Ben Clucas and Chris Edwards.
Yeah, he's coming over the start-finish line now. The gap between the two of them is marginal, to say the least.
This is the fight over 12th place.
Right in the back they come. We are sticking with this fight for 12th place at the minute. Ben Clucas holding off Chris Edwards thus far. Let's see who's got the pace down the back straight. And a good drive for Chris Edwards.
Yeah, he's going to get up the inside.
We've cut back to the leaders momentarily.
Yeah, looked like Ben Bailey was giving Ben Lord another bit of a challenge.
momentarily lost our leaders.
So we can tell you, it is still Lord from Bailey on timing. Just a tenth of a second between them. There's the number 6 and the 7-1-10.
That's 25th and 26th, Cameron Brown and Matt Cox.
Yep, it is indeed. Here's the leaders then.
It is indeed Lord still out in front. Bailey close behind. Westerman in tow as usual.
Yeah, but they've got traffic to deal with now in this this large field, which is going to be all the pressure on Ben Lord. Riders might not know that the leaders are coming through.
Bailey is right with him as he looks up the inside of the carousel. There's no gap there. He sensibly drops back in behind, coming into hairpin 3 now. He follows him in past the back marker. Westerman just 2 bike lengths behind. As driving out now, crossing the line at the end of lap 6. 3 laps to go, and surely another couple of changes for the lead before the race is out.
Yeah, they were just making their way past Ben Pearson there in the 298, but they're really in the thick of the traffic now. Still the 1-2-3 as it has been the last few laps. Ben Lord from Ben Bailey and Luke Westerman closing in a bit more traffic now. It is the number 6 of Cameron Brown. And up the inside goes Lord. Oh, he's going to be compromised there. Bailey's going to try and go round the inside. Westerman's on the inside. They're 3 wide. And yes, Bailey has got through. That was bad luck for Ben Lord, but here comes Westerman. Westerman's trying to retake the lead, not quite able to do so, but Ben Bailey used the opportunity there, spotted Ben Lord, got bulked on the right-hander over the top of the mountain and pounced and took the lead.
Here's a replay of that. Trying to go up the inside of a back marker. Ben Lord gets handicapped there, should we say. Ben Bailey round the outside of him rather cleverly, takes the lead. Westerman follows the inside line, but manages to avoid the carnage. And now it is Bailey from Westerman, from Lord. And these 3 seem to do something interesting. Every time I take a bite of my lunch, I'm going to need a second course here for the remaining 2 laps. Westerman keeping Bailey very honest through the first few corners.
Less than a tenth of a second between them. And up the inside goes Westerman. Oh my goodness me. He tried to do the move that Ben Lord did a few laps ago. So still first and second then are Bailey and Westerman. There's a bit more traffic to come up, and Westerman sticks it down the inside. Isn't able to do it. There's another back marker in the way. Is that going to give Westerman the chance to get through? They're side by side again. The 77's got no idea what's going on. Westerman takes the lead.
It's Westerman from Bailey to Lord now, the top 3. Westerman has been sat in 3rd place for the majority of this race, but he has picked and chosen his moments to overtake the front 2. Bailey will not take that line down though. He is looking for the first instance to get back. And of course Ben Lord is still there in 3rd place.
Well, great work by Luke Westerman. Oh, he's run wide! He's run wide, and that's going to give Bailey the chance. Yes, Bailey back to the lead. Luke Westerman just got a little bit loose on the exit of the long right-hander, and Bailey goes back to the lead.
Yes, coming up now to complete lap 8. We're on the last lap. Ben Bailey leads, Luke Westerman 2nd, Ben Lord in 3rd. These 3 have been battling out all race, and we have 2.5 kilometres left to determine the winner of this race.
And there's traffic ahead of the leaders as well. We've seen how traffic has played into this race already, at least a couple of times. And oh no, he's down! And my goodness me, Ben Bailey is down. Luke Westerman almost did a half wheelie over the top of him to keep going, and somehow Luke Westerman still leads. That was remarkable riding.
Lord is right on the back of him though. To avoid him, the faller Ben Bailey, they've both done incredibly well. Luke Westerman leads through the S's.
There's another rider down through the first couple of hairpins.
Bailey back on his bike. He takes in through the first hairpin. Not quite sure where he's going to come out. They did have a hefty gap of 20 seconds back to Richard Holmes Williams. But here we are, back with the leaders. Luke Westerman into hairpin number 3.
And he's used the back marker really well there to get a bit of space between himself and Ben Lord. Ben Lord struggling with the back marker. It's going to give the win to Luke Westerman. What a race of the day so far. Luke Westerman wins in the pit bike stock 140 class. A fantastic victory. Ben Lord is going to take second place. Ben Bailey, could have won this race, but in the end is going to finish in third. And then fourth place is going to be Richard Holmes Williams over the line any second now. What a race, Jacob. What a race.
Yes, very unfortunate for Ben Bailey there. He will be devastated to have that minor spill on the last lap. Great racing from Luke Westerman. He was in third for much of that, biding his time, picking his moment, and when the other two made mistakes, that's when he pounced. He took the lead. He did make a mistake when he first got the lead, but when he got it at the end there, he kept it. Managed that last lap very well, kept Ben Lord at bay, and fully deserves his race win. The top 3 there, some excellent riding. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of that throughout the season from them and the rest of the field.
Westerman from Lord, Bailey, Holmes Williams, Alan Carty, top 5. Ford, unknown driver in 7th. Mark Evans, good race that for Mark Evans in 8th place. Ben Cotgrove in 9th, and your top 10 was wrapped out by Ed Peed. What a race for the pit bike stock 140s. That's them done for this set of races. We'll see them again later this afternoon, and we'll get ready for our junior SM 140s who are